Now on 2KTV, Kenny Smith. Winning tips with Scott OG. The latest 98s. And you choose the top play of the month.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel and welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2KTV. Kenny the Jet Smith is back with the studio team in NBA 2K18, and we recently caught up with him after a recording session. What's up, you guys? Today I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith. Thank you for joining us on 2KTV.
Good to be here.
You have been playing basketball almost your whole life, had a successful NBA career, and now your job is to talk about basketball a lot, almost every day.
He is clutch. You give him the ball, he makes things happen.
Is there ever a time that you just need a break from the game?
Well, I get breaks,
Yeah.
but I've been in basketball in my life more than I've not been. So this is not odd to me. I don't watch it 24 hours a day. I glance at it every day, though. It's a great community feel for me. So I don't look at it as work. You know, it's part of the makeup of who I am.
In the NBA, the game has definitely evolved a bit. The style is a little different. Shots are longer. I feel like the speed has gotten a little quicker. How do you think that your NBA game would stack up in today's game?
Well, I don't think the game has gotten faster. I just think guys take shots quicker. I don't think the game is faster, though. I don't think the athletes are faster or moving the ball faster. I hate to sound like one of those old guys, but I'm one of those old guys, man. Like, this era is a little easier to play in because you could be a specialist. They have terms now, two-way players. You couldn't come into the league and not be a two-way player. It's impossible to not come into the NBA and not be able to defend, not be able to pass, not be able to shoot. But now you can be a specialist. There were a few specialists in our era, but not many. Most guys could do multiple things. The guys who played, you know, the guys who play now, you can do one thing.
And what about the physicality of the game?
Oh no, it's fun now. I mean, the game is actually played the way we play pickup now, because guys, you know, didn't play as physical, didn't guard you as, defend you as tough because, you know, it's pickup. We're just trying to get a rhythm. So you're able to get the rhythm of your game so much easier now because guys don't grab you, they don't touch you. There's no person in the world that can run faster backwards than they can run forward. Right. So the only way I could slow you down to do that is to have a hand on you. And now that there's no one to put a hand on you, it's easier to play. Without question, it's much easier.
Are there any guys in the league right now who you just really enjoy watching play? And
a lot of guys I enjoy watching play because, like I said, this is like watching pickup. So you see, you know, Kevin Durant, you see LeBron, you see, you know, and this is why I think that guys are now like a Ginobili can play into his 40s because he's running downhill without anyone putting a hand on him. So it's easier to play at that age, at that position.
What's going on, 2K fans? It's Scott O'Gallagher, and we're back for some more winning tips. We're on the eve of the NBA 2K League draft, and as always, the 2K Pro-Am is right here in the spotlight. So for you point guards out there, join me right here as I give you 5 things to help you take your 2K game to the next level. The first thing as a point guard, you gotta know your archetype. Which type of player do you wanna be? Are you a pass-first player? Are you a shoot-first guy? And what plays into that? Of course, your shot release. If you find a shot that doesn't work for you, I highly recommend going into the shot creator and fine-tuning the shot that fits you. As a point guard, most likely you have the ball in your hands the most throughout the game. So therefore, you need to be the one that sets the table. You gotta be a player that teammates want to play with. How do you space the floor? Well, first you gotta know, do I have 4 shooters? Do I have 3 shooters? More than likely, if you have 4 shooters, you need to have 4 shooters around the 3-point line, 1 guy inside. You're playing 4 out, 1 in. This will help you get your players in their proper spots. Now you have legitimate spacing. The third thing that I have for you, along with setting the table, is you gotta be able to control the tempo. The great point guards in today's game, such as Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Chris Paul. They're not only great at dribbling and diming and shooting, they make you play at their pace. That is the same thing you need to do in 2K18. If you have numbers, look to get an easy basket. If not, understand the number situation, pull it out, and always work to get the best shot possible. The fourth thing, we've said it before in previous episodes of Winning Tips, and we're gonna say it again, communication. The best point guards in the league are the best talkers on the floor. One thing I can guarantee you is that all of the 102 that's about to get drafted into the NBA 2K League used a headset throughout their journey. You have to communicate, especially as a point guard. Remember, you're the one who's setting the table for the rest of your teammates. And where communication shines more than ever is on defense. And that's our number 5. One of the big problems I see defensively in the Pro-Am is the point guard's inability to understand his role in transition defense. You cannot be a good defensive team without stopping transition baskets. And one of the biggest things that you can do as a point guard is make sure you're the first one back when the shot goes up and you're communicating your transition defense. We gotta make sure, 1, who's stopping the ball? That's the most important thing in transition. You gotta stop the basketball. 2, do we have anybody protecting the baskets? And 3, are we filling behind and making sure that shooters are potentially covered on the wings? Okay, so let's recap. The first thing, we gotta go back to knowing our archetype. The second, you gotta know your role as the point guard and how you are setting the table. That brings us to our third thing, and that is controlling the tempo. The fourth thing, remember, communication is key. It's gonna help us on both ends of the floor. And lastly, I know it's straightforward, but defense. Come on, you're watching Winning Tips here. We're all about being all-around players. It doesn't matter which position you play. You now know the thought process of successful PGs on the basketball floor. So you can use this in the Pro-Am, you can use this on the playground, or you can use these in real life. I guarantee you take these to the real hardwood and your win percentage is gonna go up significantly. And heck, you're watching this because you wanna win, because that's what we do here. Winners win, and I'm out.
And we want to take a minute to congratulate Scott O'Gallagher as he was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame at his alma mater and will soon have his number in the rafters at Warner Pacific. Congrats, OG. Winners win. Here's a look at the players that hit 98 overall this week. More from our interview with Kenny Smith. I feel like when I talk to you, you always have something new and exciting up your sleeve that doesn't have to do with your show on TV. Is there anything right now that you're working on that you're excited about?
Yeah, well, this is always 2K is great. This is out of the wheelhouse, so to speak, but also, I have a production company. And we have about 3 television shows that are in production now.
Oh, cool.
I'm excited to be a producer on the other end, some with Turner. I don't know if you guys remember the documentary Hoop Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I made it into a scripted show.
Wow.
And it's going to be fun and those kind of things. So,
congrats.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm not an actor, but I do a little bit of cameo. I jump in for a second, but it's with real actors and real people who know what they're doing.
When you're executive producer, you can write yourself in if you want a little.
No question. I'm going to write myself in just for the ego.
That's cool. And I believe we talked about your family a little bit last time I chatted with you, and I know that your daughter,
yes, Kayla,
how is her music career going?
Yeah, her music career is going great. Every time it takes a bigger step. She's going on tour in 2018, so she'll be on tour for about 20 dates and
Wow.
We're excited about
That's
her music.
big.
Yeah, it's big. You know?
Music industry is really tough.
Yeah, it's really tough. And so I'm happy for her. She's an actress as well. My other daughter, Monique, is a big actress now in Alpha, at least in my mind. She's been on about 3 or 4 television shows and a couple movies. And so we have an entertainment family. Monique and Kayla, watch out for them. They're coming for y'all at a theater near you.
Well, thank you again for coming on 2K TV and,
Yeah.
of course, being a part of 2K.
2K TV.
Yeah.
We right here, brother.
The NBA 2K League is not only making careers for those players who will get drafted, but a few community members are taking their talents behind the scenes. You might know Famous enough from his YouTube channel and social media, but now he's the team operations coordinator of Heat Check Gaming.
I created Famous Enough in October 2016. The main focus was to give teams and players a way to build their names up. Park was always the most dominant mode on 2K, but as Pro-Am began to grow, a lot of those well-known Park players have started migrating over to Pro-Am, and we see the competition increase every year. When the league was announced, I was like, I think I can get into this. So I did a few interviews, ended up with Heat Check. My official title is Team Operations Coordinator. I will be handling the day-to-day player operations and coaching the players throughout the league. The league is going to make sure they try to get the best players that they can get in, and every team is going to take those players and make sure they can push them to the top of their potential. I want players that's going to be willing to play with other players, and we want to make sure it's a family all the way around, just like the culture that's built here in Miami already. That 6th member of the team is going to be somebody that's extremely versatile, somebody that can play on different positions, different archetypes. I think what the league is going to be all about adjustment, right? These players are some of the best in the world, so adjustments are going to happen from game to game, from players to players. You shouldn't expect anything short of amazing when watching these games. But, you know, Heat Check Gaming will win the first championship.
All right, as always, it's time to see if you've been paying attention. It's time to earn that VC. As the point guard on the floor, your main role is to do what? As a point guard, most likely you have the ball in your hands the most throughout the game. So therefore, you need to be the one that sets the table. We talked about controlling the tempo. You're pushing the ball thinking you got numbers. All of a sudden you don't have numbers. What should you do? If you have numbers, look to get an easy basket. If not, understand the number situation, pull it out, and always work to get the best shot possible. I guarantee that all 102 draftees did this. And the one thing that I can guarantee you is that all of the 102 who are about to get selected in the 2K League draft used a headset throughout their journey.
MC here, and every day you submit your best plays on social media. Each week, you choose your favorite top plays. And now it's time for your 2K TV Wow Top Plays of the Month. You vote for the winner, who gets a cool 250,000 VC. Show me what you got. Up first, our 3-time reigning champ, I Am Legend, destroying his opponent with the shove and bringing it down hard for the jam. To beat this, you'd have to, jump from the free throw line over people. Next up is Jordan, jumping from the free throw line over people. Taking flight from the free throw line. Next, Team Ugly brings out a bag of tricks. Rupturing Achilles, driving to the rim, and powers home the reverse dunk to end the game. Time to dance. Yes! Putting my players in the hospital and demeaning the rest. Finally, we got 47 beasts, making the defense eat the asphalt with the cross and going straight to the rim for the brutal poster. He got past all 3 of you. What are you even doing with your lives? Vote and choose who you think deserves 250,000 VC for the top play of the month. And remember to submit your best plays on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC signing off.
There are so many ways to show your skill in the neighborhood and throughout NBA 2K18. And we want to see how you do against the rest of the 2K community using the hashtag 2KTVHighScore on social media. Submit your best attempts at dunk-off, downtown, mini basketball, trivia, playground streaks, and even My Team MT totals for a chance to be featured in a future episode. And you guys can still share pictures of your squad using the hashtag 2KTVSquad. We love seeing your submissions, and guys, we cannot wait to see what you're up to next in 2K18.
That's all we've got for this week, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.